Hello, hello. Last week I did a Fog of War puzzle that was pretty popular, I think. So I'm trying another one. This was recommended by Marty Sears, friend of the channel, Marty Sears, called Peekaboo. It's his puzzle from this past summer. And I'm pretty excited to try it. Actually, related to my previous comment about the last Fog of War puzzle doing pretty well, that puzzle was quite hard and hard, probably hard. Maybe it's not the hardest one I've done on this channel before, but it's definitely up there, if not the hardest. And so it made me wonder whether people want more difficult puzzles on the channel. I mean, I tend to try to stay in the 2 to 3 with occasional 4-star difficulty puzzles. If people want more on the 4-star, I don't know if I'll. I mean, maybe I'll try a 5-star once in a while, but I am not good enough really to do those reliably. They take quite a while for me. So, if it's a really well recommended one, I'll give it a try once in a while, live, I guess. But if people want in general kind of the harder 4-star puzzles, I'm willing to do that. So leave a comment maybe if that's something you're interested in. Also, if you're interested in more, like I don't really do 1-star puzzles, but if you're interested, if you're a regular watcher and would be interested in having more puzzles like that, or any puzzles like that, also leave a comment for that as well. But anyway, back to this puzzle. This puzzle is Peekaboo, and it's another Fog of War puzzle. So Fog of War means that all these gray cells are not just empty, but they will be revealed, hopefully, as I go through this puzzle. And in revealing, if I put a digit correctly somewhere, that will reveal in the fog. That will take away these gray squares and tell me what constraints or even possibly given digits will be revealed below it. So that's how the Fog of War is going to work. And we have all these different lines and cages. So cages, digits are not going to be allowed to repeat in a cage, and the digits in the cages will sum to the total, which is given on the top left of the cage. These green lines are German whisper lines. These German whisper lines will have a difference of at least 5 on adjacent digits on the line. These yellow lines are palindrome lines. So if this were a palindrome line, then these 2 digits would have to be the same. They have to be the same forwards and backwards. So the ends will be the same, 2 away from the ends will be the same, so on and so forth. This red line is a parity line, meaning that as I go along the red line, if this digit were odd, the next digit would have to be even. If the line continued, that would have to be odd again, and it would flip back and forth for as long as the line continues. Somewhere in this puzzle, there will be purple lines, which are red bands. If I had a purple line like this could be, say, 2, 4, 5, 3, 6, right? Because a red band line has to have all consecutive digits, but they can be scrambled up. So these are the digits 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but in some random order. And then we've got a couple other things that you can't see. There are these diamonds in the puzzle. So suppose I had a green diamond somewhere. That would, let's say this were a green diamond. That would tell me how many green lines there are in the puzzle. If this were a yellow diamond, it would tell me how many yellow lines there are in the puzzle. If I get a gray diamond, that will tell me how many cages there are in the puzzle. And then there are some restrictions on lines. Lines can't branch, join, or cross each other. They can't go diagonally. And I guess that's it. So those are all the rules. Let's see where to start. So the first place I'm actually drawn is this 5 cage, because I know it's just either a 1-4 pair or a 2-3 pair. And I don't think it's going to go anywhere from there, but because this can't go to a 3rd cell, there are no zeros in this puzzle, so I can't have a 3rd cell, because the minimum that could be is 1, 2, 3, which would sum to 6, which is too big for that cage. So that's the first thing I'm noticing, but I don't think it's going to break through in any meaningful way. These are all just single. I mean, these palindromes, I have no idea how I could do anything with these palindrome lines yet. So, and the same with these, I mean, these German whispers could just end right here, and I have no information here. Same with this parity line. So it's got to be something down here. I'm actually just going to draw these out to where I know they go, just to, yeah. And actually, as soon as I do that, I see that this digit here has to be a 5. So why does this have to be a 5? Because 5s can't go on German whispers. Why not? Because what am I going to put, if say this were a 5, What am I going to put next to a 5? Nothing. There's nothing I can put there next to a 5. So that has to be 5. Which reveals a lot, actually. So I'm going to get rid of those things that I see now. So I see a yellow diamond here, which tells me how many palindrome lines there are. I see how this palindrome goes a little bit further. This green line continues actually quite a bit. So there's a lot of new information. What am I going to focus on first? So I think first I'm going to think about coloring this line. So I know that German whisper lines have to alternate between high and low. Let's use orange actually. Between high and low. And I don't know what's high and what's low, but I know that either the oranges are all high, the oranges are all low, and the blues are the other. Because I can't have, and by low I mean 1 to 4, and by high I mean 6 to 9. So why is that true? Well, I can't put adjacent digits that are both in that low range. Right? I can't put 1, 4 because they're not far enough apart, or 6, 9. So highs have to go next to lows and vice versa. And actually I can color these in the same color as these, right? Again, I still don't know which is high and which is low, but I know that according to this color scheme, which way this goes. Because I can't have blue, orange, orange like that, because then I'd have 5 lows or highs, whatever that is, in the same box, which doesn't work. So it has to be that this is orange. I need 2 more blues. And I'm wondering if blue were low, that would really put some restrictions on this 5 cage. Right? This blue, it would either have to be a 1-4 pair, in which case that's a 9, or a 2-3 pair, in which case that's 8 or 9. Actually, let's think about where 4s and 6s could go in this cage, because there actually aren't that many places. So 4s and 6s have to go on an end of a line, because I can't put a 4 or 6 in any of these spots. Like, let's say I would try to put a 4 here. If I did that, I'd have to put a 9, because the only digit, so why am I picking 4s and 6s? Why are they special? 4s and 6s can only go with one other digit. 4s can only pair with a 9 in a German whisper, and 6s can only pair with a 1. So if this were a 4, these have to both be 9, which would break the box. If it were a 6, they have to both be 1s, which would break the box. Here's a little different, because I go outside the box, but these 2 digits are in the same column, so they can't be the same either. So this can't be 4 or 9, because these would have to both be 1 or both be 6. Sorry, this can be 4 or 6, because these have to both be 1 or both be 9. So none of these can be 4 or 6. So 4 and 6 go in these 2 spots. And in fact, this one has to be one of them, because I can't put both of them on these. First of all, they're both blue. So 4 and 6 are, one's high and one's low. So I could just leave it at that. But alternatively, I also can't do it because, it's really the same reason. Yeah, let's just stick with that. These are either both high or both low, so I can't have a 4-6 pair here. So one of them is here, meaning this is 1 or 9, and this is 1 or 9 actually. So I know where 1 and 9 are in this puzzle. I just don't know which is which. So if blue is high, I get 9, 4, 1. One of these is 6, and then some other high digit. How does this work now with this still? Can I still do this? So if blue is low, that gets rid of 4 here. Well, it gets rid of 4 from the cage. I'd have to have a 4 here with 9. This has to be a 2-3 cage. This would be 4 with 1. 4, 1, 9. 4, 1, 9 is okay, but actually then what would I put here is the problem, right? So blue can't be low. If blue were low, what would happen? One of these would be a 4, making this a 9. 4 comes out of this cage, making this a 2-3 cage. Then the other blue cell would have to be a 1. So this would be, let's say this were the 4. It'd be 4, 9, 1. It could easily be 4, 9, 1, but it's one of those. And then 1 and 9 are both taken. That breaks this box. There's probably less I could probably, these I know are both the 2, 3, 7, 8 version. So actually I know this is the other, what is this? This is 3 or 8. Wait, no, this is 2 or... Wait, what is this? Well, I don't know. There's probably a way to figure that out, less look aheady, but, and so I would know that these are either a 3-4 pair, or 6-7 pair, or something like that. But regardless, I see it that way. That's easier for me to see than to try to figure this out. So I know, what do we know? Neither of these are 4. This is 4. This is 9. That reveals an 8 cage. Interesting. One of these is 6, and that's a 1. So that line ends here. These are 2 and 3. Yeah, so when I have it laid out, it's easier to see. These are 2 and 3, meaning this can't be 7. So this is 8. This is 8, and this is a 6-7 pair. And then this is a 1, so this is now a 2-3 pair. So these are 4, 5, 8, and 9. Some order. This is 6, 7, or 9. Actually, it's not 6, because this can't be 1. This is 1, 2, or 3. It can't be 4, because these would both be 9. This is now, it can be 6. Could be 6, 1. I don't see anywhere else to take that. I don't see anywhere else to take that. Is it this 8 cage? So this 8 cage could be 3 cells long. Can be 4 cells long, because that's summed to at least 10. And actually 11 because of this 4. So if it's 3 cells long to make 8, it's either 1, 3, 4, which we disallowed, or 1, 2, 5. This could be 1, 2, 5, 8 cage. But it could also just be a 2-cell cage, any of them, 1, 7, 2, 6, or 3, 5. So I don't think that 8 cage helps me yet. I'm seeing more of this palindrome line. So what do I do with this palindrome line? So, I mean, the other thing is that this, I'll just delete the color of it real quick. This is a yellow diamond. So there are either 2 or 3 palindrome lines. Actually, if there's 2 palindrome lines, I see the ends of all of them. So suppose, I'm guessing there's some reason there can't be 2. So what would happen if they're both 2? How would that work? Maybe I could connect these like this. Well, I don't think that will work because, yeah, these will all see each other. So it'd have to be something like this. Maybe that would work. Let's see, these see each other, then those, then these. Well, these see each other, then these, then these, then these, then these, then these. Oh, no, these can't, I'm never going to be able to connect those. So, yeah, I should have thought about that earlier, actually. There's no way I'm ever going to connect those, and why is that? So these palindrome lines are all going to have to be odd length, right? Am I doing that right? It's either odd length or it's odd length, right? These all have to be odd length. And why they have to be odd length is because suppose I have an even length palindrome. It doesn't matter how I draw it. I can even let it cross itself. Like, I can't let it go diagonally. I could draw this palindrome line however I want as long as there's no diagonals, which is part of the rules. Somewhere on this line are going to be the middle two. If this is even length, did I do? No, I did odd length. That's even length. If I have an even length line, then however I draw it, there's going to be a middle, right? And when I get to that middle, those middle digits, whoops, I have this way. And then this one will be, oh, but if it crosses, that might break it actually. Well, no, it doesn't break it. So then these two will be middle palindrome lines. And what's the problem with middle palindrome lines? Middle palindrome lines have to be the same as each other. But because there are no diagonals allowed on a line, they will see each other. They'll either be in the same row or the same column. So if I have an even length line, the two in the middle will see each other. I can't go diagonally, so they'll either be in the same row or the same column. And that'll just break the palindrome line. So all of these palindromes have to be odd length. So what is this? Why am I saying even and odd? Why is that the relevant thing? Well, I guess if it's odd, the middle one won't have a partner, right? If it's odd, the middle ones won't have a partner. But if it's even, now that middle one, there are two middles, and I'll have a partner. So these have to be odd. Now, why does that mean that these can't be the same as each other? Well, if all of these are odd length, there's no way I can draw this with an odd length and get to here. And the reason for that is basically, think about, I mean, it doesn't make sense to have a length one line, but suppose I had a line that was just in this one cell. It starts and ends in the same place. It's an odd length. As I make it longer, if I increase the length by 1, what I'm now going to do is shift the endpoint to the alternate kind of cell. So sorry, I think I didn't explain what I mean by kind of cell. So I kind of think, whenever I think of a line puzzle, I'm going to think about dividing this grid up into a checkerboard pattern that alternates colors, right? So all these diagonals, and actually it works very nicely right now with this green German whisper line. Like maybe I call all these blue, right? And I call all of the cells in the other space orange, right? Like a checkerboard or a chessboard. I guess it's black and white or black and red if it's a checkerboard or chessboard. But regardless, I can alternate colors on this board. And when I go from an odd length line to an even length line, I'm switching from one color to the other in that checkerboard pattern. And when I go from even to odd, I'm going back to where I started. And it doesn't matter which direction I go. I could even, in theory, go back to where I started. If I increase the length of the line by 1, I'm going back to, I'm switching colors because I can't go diagonally. So I'm always switching colors when I go from one place to the next. And so when I do that here, if I have an odd length line, I always have to end up on the same color. But these two lines are different checkerboard colors, right? These checkerboards go like this and don't encompass that cell. So these are different, so these can't see each other, and these can't see each other either. These can't see each other either. So if this is a 2, so if this yellow diamond is a 2, meaning there are only 2 palindrome lines, this is going to have to match to this, something like that. And this is going to have to match to this, something like that. I mean, this is obviously not going to work because my middle is going to be in here somewhere, I think, right? So that. Actually, did I happen to do that right? No. Yes. Wow, that works, right? Did I do that right? Yeah, so something like this might work. Wow, something like that might barely work. And then does this work? These two are the same. These two are the same. These two are the same. No, this doesn't work. Oh, that doesn't work because... So I could try to make this higher, I guess, but then that would mess up this line. What if I just made this go down instead? Does that work? These are the same, these are the same. Yeah, that one works. So what's wrong with that line? I mean, I don't want to get too finicky about what's wrong with this particular line because, I mean, I'm shocked actually this line works. And I could very easily, do something like this instead, and that would probably work. But like, if these are the same, so the only thing I know for sure about these lines that they connect is that these two would be the same, these two would be the same, right? This could even go down here to start, or up here, right? Because I could move this up and have this probably do something like this and work. So the only thing I know for sure is that these two would be these two in that situation. And I don't see a reason that that doesn't work. Maybe this has to be 2. Maybe this has to be 2 to force something like this. So then, if that's true, if this has to be 2, that means this has to be. So is there a reason this can't be 2? If this is 2, no, that's the most That's the easiest digit to make work. Wait, no. Is there a reason this has to be 3? Yeah, no. 3 is harder to make work than 2 from this perspective, from a German whisperer's perspective. So what am I supposed to do here? I have 2 lows here, 2 highs here, 2 more highs here. Low, I just don't see, is it across rows with this? I'm just not seeing, this is not highlighted anymore, but I have 2 lows, 2 highs. I have 2 more lows and highs here. I mean, these would have to be like, I mean, but that's, I could have 1 of each, so that's not gonna put any pressure here. I keep coming back to this 8 cage in my mind, but I don't see any reason. Like this could easily be 1, 2, 5. It could even more easily be 8 and 2 cells. Maybe this. No, I was thinking maybe this has to be 5, because if this had to be 5, I could place the 5 there, and that would be. But there's no reason these have to connect, right? I mean, if this were 3, I could have something like this or this. Right, and that would be, well, I guess I can have this. I could have this. And that would be okay. Or this could keep going around. I mean, what am I missing here? I'm such a fool. This was not that hard. Yeah. Sorry, I can't believe I took so long not seeing this. So, this is not going to work. These 2 cells can't connect. Why can't those 2 cells connect? So what do I actually know? Let me back up and erase all this. What do I actually know? I actually know that this yellow cell goes to here. I'm going to draw all these in because I don't want to make that mistake again. So whenever I see a line and it goes, I can kind of see it going to the cell. I mean, I assume Marty's not a big jerk and like allowing the cell to like end at the edge, because that would be. That's just not standard. So because I see that this line goes to the edge, I know it goes at least 1 more. And so if I want these 2 palindrome lines to connect, how would I have to do it? Well, this line is basically penned in, right? I can't get out because I know that these 2 aren't the same. Well, I mean, suppose I want these 2 to be the same, right? Then this is not going to be the same as either of these, which are in. So this is blocked off. It can't cross this red line, so it walls it off here. I've got green stuff all in here, so it's walled in here. This yellow line can't escape this area. So I know what I have is that this is a 3. This is a 3 because this can't connect to either of these. So this line cannot connect to either of these lines because of the checkerboard logic we talked about earlier, right? Because if these are the same, this is a different kind. So this can't connect to either of these. This can't connect to this either. So in order for this to be 2, the only way we said that worked from a checkerboard in these 4 endpoints perspective is those 2 matched and those 2 matched. These 2 cannot match. Right? And in fact, what's going to have to happen is that this is going to match with something down here. This will match with this, and this will match with something anywhere up here. So this is 3, this is 2, which reveals a German whisper diamond here. So it's not a 5 because it's on a German whisper line. Sorry, let me finish any logic I know here. This is a 5. And now I know that how that palindrome line works. This connects to something. I mean, I guess this could just. How does this work? How does this work? Because I think it's actually somewhat restricted, and because this can't just end like that. Well, I guess it could end like this. That's pretty short. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, so I know, and then this ends somewhere in these 2 boxes. I know how this works. This line, I mean, this could just go here and end. But I have this green line now. which is kind of hemmed in as well. So how many green lines do I know I have? These, for the same logic that this yellow line can't get out, this green line can't get out. So I have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. So this is high, and this is 4, right? Let me just make sure that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, this line could be this line. This line could be this line. Sorry, I almost broke the puzzle. So hold on, back up. I know it's not, no, this could be 4. That's not a 5 because it's on a German whisper line, right? So again, draw this in. That's a German whisper line. But one of them is a 4. One of these is high and one of these is low. So that is a 4-9 pair in some order, which makes that a 7. And now I know which way it goes because I can't have 4 with 2 9s on it. So that is a 9. That's a 4. So these do connect. Well, everything I placed was correct, so I didn't place any fog incorrectly, but I might have made a logical error anyway. Hold on, what's going on here? How do these connect? Oh no, these don't have to connect. Oh, I made an error, but not the one. So I thought, oh, these can connect, so it could be 4. But it's actually these two that connect. These two connect somehow. In fact, I kind of know how this has to go here. I don't see it here, so it's got to go up here. So this can kind of continue on like this. That's 1, 2, or 3. That's 1, 2, or 3. This palindrome line means that's 2 or 3. But actually, I see this 2. So that's a 3. That's a 2, 3. 4, 9. So this is 5 or 8. And this 11 cage, that's 5 and 6. Making that 8, it's a 44 cage. So I'm going to have some kind of big, so this, well, I guess it doesn't have to have this cell. It could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I can't do that actually. So it's got to be those 7 plus one of these. And none of them are a 1 to get to 44. Sorry, I'm speaking a lot, but I'm kind of jumping back and forth. So let me try to back up and let me back up and explain all those steps. So, right, so this on a German whisper line has to be low. It can't be 4, so it's 1, 2, or 3. This by palindrome has to be 2 or 3. This 2 means that had to be the 3. And this 3, 2, now that's a 1. Sorry, I'm just going to do it again because the back and forth broke again, which happens to me a lot when I'm trying to explain things. So that has to be a 1. This by the palindrome line has to be a 3. Across the 5 cage has to be a 2. 4, 9 here are taken. So these aren't 4 or 9. This is 5 or 8. This is an 11 cage. If this were 8, that would be 3, which would break this. So that's a 5. That's an 8. That's a 6 to make 11. And now I've got this cage, which is has a sum of 44. The only way to get a sum of 44 is to exclude 1, because if I had all digits 1 to 9, that would be 45. So the only way to get 1 less is to exclude the 1. So somewhere in here there's an 8 cage, a cage with 8 cells in it, that has all the digits except 1. So 1's not here, 1's here. And to make that 8 cage work, I guess it doesn't have to meet this. I was thinking it has to be those, but it could be something like this. And this could just be a different cage. So actually what I said before was wrong anyway, so I don't need to explain it. Because it's not right. I could have 4, 5, 6, yeah, I could have something like that. Put a 1 in here, that's okay. And then this German whisper line is going to have to get up here because there's only 4 German whisper lines. This one can't escape. So this gets out somehow. This tells me how many cages there are. Hold on, this is a 2. This is a 2 because the rest are taken. This now can't be 6 or 7. That's an 8. I didn't have to draw that because it's just being shown to me by these other digits. So what I've left here, this is either 5 or 6, and I know which way it goes because of the 5 in box 7. So there are 6 cages somewhere. So what cages can I see? I see 8 cage, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could this still end here? I think so, because this could just, those cages could touch and not meet. That would be okay. Or this could connect here and have 1 extra. That would be okay too. So anyway, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 cages. I guess kind of at least 6 cages because no, because this could this go down here? How does this connect to something? It can't connect to the 44. It's too far. If I have 6 cells in a cage, that's to sum to at least 21. So that doesn't work for 14. So actually this has to connect. This actually has to connect to this. Oh no, it could connect to this. How would that work? I'm trying to. Could these two cages connect? I have this cage sum here. How does this get out? Because I need some space to escape here because this can't touch the 14 cage because it has a different sum. I don't know if any of this is relevant actually, so maybe I shouldn't think too much about it. So I can't stop from thinking about it. So I'm just gonna, if this were to escape, so that's a cage, that's a different cage. This could be purple or it's a new different cage. I'm already using orange, red. This is a cage which can't be green. It could be red, I guess, which is confusing. If this were the purple cage, if this were not, suppose that red is not purple. And so to be clear again, we got 1, 2, 3 cages already. I only get 3 more cages, and these are 2. So one of these has to connect to something. This can't connect to green or purple. Can it connect to this? Well, this doesn't connect to this, so I could draw like a border here. So the only way for these to connect is this would have to come down through here to something like that. But then that breaks this 44 cage because this could have at most then 7. So that doesn't work. So this is its own new cage. This has to be purple because it can't be green because it's too big. And because the cage total wouldn't be in the top left corner. So this is its own thing. Purple could still go like this. No, it can't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, it can't. So it has to connect this way, and there's 1 extra purple somewhere here. This could just end here. This could be 6, 8, or 5, 9 and just end, or it could continue down. Yeah, there's no restriction on cages and lines crossing. So this could go down. This could have up to 4 cells in it. Okay, so that's what I know about those cages. There are 6 of them. I kind of have them colored. What do I know about these palindromes? So if I call this A, that's B, that's C. C is somewhere up here. B is somewhere down here. Probably not here. Actually, definitely not here. Because if B were here, then this B would have to end this palindrome line somewhere. But wherever this line can end, either in this box, or up here, we'll see one of the other B's. So that's not B, actually. One of these is B. Actually, can this be B? If this is B, I'm also going to have another B somewhere in here. That doesn't work either. So that's not B. So B is 1, 8, or 3. Which feels like it's meaningful, but I don't know how to make that work. Let's see. Yeah, C goes there. B has to go anywhere, but it's 1, 8, or 3. But there are too many choices. But A. A has to go in here. Yeah, I don't know what to do with A either. See, I'm just going to delete these because it makes me think I know more about the digits than I actually know. These are 1, 3, 6, 8, 9. What is this cell? This tells me there's at least 2 red lines. I don't know why that would be helpful. Huh. Okay, let's continue the kind of coloring here. So this is orange. This is blue. Blue is high. So this is 7, 8, or 9. This is low. And it has to continue. But it could still be 4. This could be 4 with 2 9s here, actually. What do I do next? This is low. It's 1, 2, or 4. If it's 4, they're both 9. That feels... But it just could do that. That's fine. And that wouldn't even mean this 14 cage had to end, because this could be 9, 1, 4. If this is 7, we get 1, 2 here. Actually, this can't be 1. We get 1, 2 in that order. I don't see what's wrong with that. Let me think. 1. Let's see, these 2 digits or these 2 digits? Yeah, no, that doesn't help because they're not in the same, they're not looking in the same boxes. Huh. What? Oh, actually I can color these. Let's see, orange will be like this. So that's orange, right? So for the same reason that I know how lines end, these palindrome lines ended from that checkerboard argument, the German whisper lines have the exact same argument, right? Orange is, wherever this German whisper goes, it's always going to be orange on the same kind of checkerboard side. And it's always going to be blue on the same checkerboard side. So this one's going to be orange, this one's going to be blue. So this is 6, 7, or 9. This is anything. I guess it's not 4, because it has to continue on to somewhere in the box. So where could this go? This could go down or over. I mean, this could go all the way down here and then all the way over, right? Or it could, I mean, it could do anything. So what am I supposed to do? I mean, if these are really high, it would get hard to kind of place that many short little red lines, but the red lines aren't actually telling me much about what's there, so I don't know how that helps. Can I do something with 8 cage now? I still don't think so. We said B was this. We get B, 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 B. Was it this one is B? B's up here. So either one of these is 3 or one of these is 1 or 8. Like, what am I doing with this? Actually, what are these 4 cells? I need 1. I need 4, which is here. I need 7 and 9. 9. Here we go. That's 9. This is a 1, 4, 7 triple. I'm just stuck here. I delete these C's because I don't think they're useful. I don't even have C here still, wherever it was here. Yeah, those 2 were C, and that's C. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe it's this palindrome. Like, how do I get this palindrome line to work? If it goes down, that places B. Not that that would be so helpful. I'm just gonna, this is 1, 8, or 3. I know that. So how does this palindrome line work? I think there are just too many choices, right? Because I could go down over, over. Like that works. This, something like this, does that work? No, that doesn't quite work. How would I make that work? Actually, can I get this up here? I don't know that I can. If I go down first and then over, does that work? No, I get. So the thing I'm thinking about is how do I get this to meet? Maybe it just has to be something like that, and that would actually be kind of helpful. Right, so how do I get this yellow line to work? Because the thing I have to not do is make sure that when I get to this middle cell, I spend too long there. Because if I have middle, like the two cells around the middle cell, which will be the same digit, if they're in here, if they're both in this box 9, that will break it. So the shortest I could possibly be in box 9 is something like that. But if I do that, then actually, does something like this work? Because then I have those two are the same. No, that breaks here. But those two being the same is okay. I'm starting to think I'm not going to be able to make it so that this ends up here. But I don't know how to prove it. So suppose I start somewhere up here. And if I do, it's going to be in one of these two spots. So suppose I start in either of those spots. Why does that not work? Well, I can't start here because the second one wouldn't be able to go here. I'd get boxed in because I can't go down because of this green line. So it'd have to go down, but then those two would meet. So that doesn't work. It wouldn't be able to start here. So I'd have to start here. I can go in one of those two spots to meet here. And then either way, I'm getting here. So I can't go over because that would be two cells that see each other on the palindrome in the same box. So I'd have to go down. This would have to go down. This would have to go over, and those would see each other. Yeah, so I can't end up anywhere up here. I also can't end up over here. So I'm going to end up in one of those two spots. And by the checkerboard, I'm going to end up here. And then I have to go left, because if I go up, those two will see each other. So I get this. And then it's either, and then the last part of the palindrome is in the middle, which won't matter. So it's either like this or like this. So the relevant part of the palindrome is that, so this is no longer B. Oh no, it could be B because that's the middle of the palindrome. Shoot. So the relevant point is that now, I'm going to just delete the letter B because I'm just, well, whatever. So if this is AB, oops, good thing that wasn't right. AB, and that's BA. So these are from 2, 5, and whatever this is. And then I wonder if I'm going to get roping here. Roping meaning if I can somehow show that these three cells are these three cells, then you can extend the Sudoku logic to show that these three cells will have to go down here. And then further, these three cells will also have that same pattern where they're going to repeat in each box. And these three cells also will end up like that. I don't know how to, I don't know, something with this palindrome might tell me that I either have to or can't have roping, but I don't see what it is. Let's see, if I had roping, these, it would have to go this way, because 183 would have to end up here. Oh, no, I can't have roping because of this 8 cage. I can't have roping because of this 8 cage. If I did, what three cells, between 1, 8, and 3, what would I put here to make this 8 cage work? It can't be a 2-cell cage, because 1 would have to go with 7, 3 would have to go with 5, which aren't available. And if it's a 3-cell cage, it has to be 1, 2, 5. So there's no roping. So this cell comes from down here. So this is 4, 9, or 6, 7. Because these two have to be from up here. B is not 5. So B is 2 or this 6 or 7. A could be 5. This feels like a lot of work for not a lot of gain. How does this work? I feel like somehow I'm going to magically figure out something about this 8 cage, but I can't figure out what it is. 1, 6, 7. 1, 7, 8. How does this work? Suppose it's 2. Hold on. I don't have roping, but I almost do. So those two are 2 from here, and then a third from here. Let's say it's the 9. I don't know that much about almost roping and how that's gonna play out. These two cells could both go up here and down here. And then, or could they? And then I would need these two. Wait, no, how would that work? If these two went up here, these 3 would have to be 1 here and then 2 down there. And then 2 up here and 1 down here. I can't figure it out. So this, hold on, this is also 1, 8, or 3, because this is not roping. It's not those. So this is 1, 8, or 3, which means this is either 8 or 9. It's either 9 or low. But it's not 4. Actually, we're starting it somewhere. I'm shocked how much I can restrict that. So it's either 2, 8 or 3, 9, or 1, 9. 1, 9 would mean that has to be 2, 7, which would be maybe a 4 here. I'm starting to think I can whittle this away somehow, but I'm at least 1 or 2 steps away from saying something meaningful. If this is 8, and so for this can't be 8, 2. If this is 8, 2, I get 8 here, which puts 8 here. 8, and the 2, 2, I get a 2 in here, which could be the 1, 2, 5 or the 2, 6. Hold on a second. Either 2 or 5 are here. So this is a 2-cell cage. So this can't be 1, 2, or 5, because then what do I make A and B? A and B would both have to be this 6, 7. So I know I'm going to draw a line around this. This is an 8. This is a 2-cell 8 cage. I know that. And A and B, between A, B, well, no, this could be 2, 6, 8. Well, no, it can't be 2, 6, 8. 8 needs 2. So between these 3 cells, I'm getting rid of 2 of the 3 ways that this can work, right? So if this is 2, 6, then this can't be 8 because I would need a 2. So if this is 2, 6, I'm either getting rid of 1, in which case that's 3, 5, or I'm getting rid of 3, in which case that's 1, 7. That's if this is 2, 5. Sorry, that's if this is 2, 6. If it's not 2, 6, then these, whatever 2 they are going to take up 2 of the 3 ways of adding up to 8. And the last one will be here. So, hold on. So between these, wait, how does that work? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, where is 8? It's one of those. A and B aren't 8. A and B have to go up here. That's not 8. 8 is one of those. The reason this can't be 8, it's very exciting, but I can't quite do it. If this is 8, that seems okay. 8, 8, 8, 8. That seems okay. Hold on. Let's go back to the number of things. Like, I'm wondering if this has to be 2,6 for some reason. Suppose this isn't 2,6. Then this can't take up an extra slot. So either it's 8. We can't be. Then this can't be 8 either. Wait, no, sorry. Yeah, suppose this isn't 2,6. Okay, then this could be 8. I could have 8. If this is not 2,6, and then suppose this is 8, we'd have 8, 2. So this couldn't be 2 at all. It'd be 5 with either 6 or 7. If it's 5, 6, this would have to be 1, 7. That would break this. If it's 5, 7, this would have to be 2, 6. That would break this. Hold on. I think I'm starting to convince myself this has to be 2, 6. Suppose this isn't 2, 6. One possibility is this is 8. In which case we had 8, 2. There's no 2 at all here. We have to have 5 and whatever this blue cell is. But then we have 5, this blue cell, and this blue cell, which all see here, which will break this. So that is not. In fact, this is just not. This has to have a 2 on it. This has to have a 2 on it because it can't be those 2 cells. So 2 is somewhere here. That's not 2. That is 9. That is wild. That is absolutely wild. I cannot believe you came up with that, Marty. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And now I see a Ren band, which is either 2 or 3 cells long, which I will think about in a second. I want to see if I can do more. Can this be 2, 5? If this is 2, 5, that's 1, 7. That's 6, 7. Well, this is 8, actually. I can get rid of this box. And all that. What is this? It's definitely 2. It's 2. It's 2, 5, 1, 7, 6, 3. That works. 2, 6, 7, 3, 5, 1 works. 2, 7, 6, 3, 5, 1 works. So yeah, there's lots of ways that can work. There are lots of ways that can work. Okay, 1, 3 with 9. What is going on with this Ren band? If it's 2 cells long, hold on, that's not 9. So that's not 3. I don't know how to restrict that more. This is 1 or 3. This is a 2 with something. So the other 1 or 3 is going to go in here with 5 or 7. The other of 1 or 3 goes in here. So the other of 1 or 3 goes up here, and the 8 goes up here. With what? Sorry, I'm confusing myself quite a bit here. Can this be 1? If this is 1, that's 2 for sure. Because even if it's 3 cells long, that's 1, 2, 3. But if this is 1, that's 3. So the 3 would have to go here. And so if this is 1, that's 2, which it can't be. So this isn't 1. It can't be 2. Could it be 3? If it's 3, you can't have 4 up here. So if it's 3, we need 2 up here. No, it can't be 3 because I need 2 or 4. So it's not 3 either. We're up to somewhere between 4 and 8. So not 5. 4, 6, 7, 8. Can it be 4? Can it be, let's start from the top. Can it be 8? This can't be 9 or 7. Could this be, there's no 7 anywhere. So it'd have to be 8 and 9 pair only. So that doesn't work. It's not 8. Could it be 7? 7, 6 works. No, it doesn't work because of this. So if it's 7, 7, 8 works. So 7 works. 6 can't have 7 on it, so this has to go, and it can't have 7 anywhere actually. So 6 would have to go down. So I'd need a 5 here, which doesn't work. So it's not 6. Oh my goodness. This is 4, can't have 5 anywhere, so I'd have to go up. So I need a 6 here. And I couldn't have, no, hold on, I need a 3 here. It can't go up. I need a 3 here. But I think that's okay. 4th. So either way, it's a two cell Ren band And it's either 7, 8 or 4, 3. If it's 4, 3, 1, 2, 7, what's left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 leaves 5, 6, 8. 8 would have to go here. And then 5, 6 here in some order. That works. The other way. 7, 8 leaves 6, 1, 3. 1, 3, 6, 7, 8 leaves us with 2. 1, 3, 6, 7, 8 leaves us with 2, 4, and 5. 2 would have to go in either of those spots. 4 and 5. I don't see it. I don't see it. Can this go? As I was thinking about that, I was thinking about what happens to that green German whisper line. Because if these are all high digits, this is going to have to go over. But if this goes over, yeah, that's okay. It could be 7, 8, or 9. It's really not doing much. How do I get this green line over here? One of these is blue. One of these is orange. One of these is blue. One of these is orange. One of these is blue. It's just not enough. It's not enough to go on. Well, somewhere in here there's an orange cell, right? No, I could go orange. I go orange, blue, orange. No, I don't have to. That's a lie. I don't have to have an orange cell here. Can I do something with this now? These are the same. This is 1, 3, or 8. Oh, I'm starting to get something here, actually. Hold on, what are these digits? They're 1, 3, and 8, and 6 and 9. Not seeing it. This can't be 2, 6. 1, 3, 5, or 7. The other 1, 3 is here. And then between 5, 6, and 7, one's here, one's here, and one's here. Well, this is 7, 6. This is 3, 5. 1, 6. So if this is 7, that's 6. If this is 6, that's 7. Yeah, then I can go either way. I can go either way then. One of these is a 9. If this is a 9, that's a 9. If this is a 9, it's in the middle. It doesn't matter. This is a 9, that's a 9. I don't know. I feel like it's got to be this, but I just can't. I can't get there. Seven, 6, 1, 4, 1. That puts a 1 up here. Oh my goodness. That doesn't work. Simpler way to think about this. I can't have a 1 in the purple cells, right? So where does 1 go in row 1? It's got to go here, which makes this a 2 and that a 7. That's so much simpler. I saw it with like a much more complicated way. That is so much simpler. 7, 2. This is high now. This is low. This is the other high. So 8 and 9 pair here. 7, 2 means this is now 4, 3. I wonder if any of that was actually intended now, because I've had this one available for so long. And I loved this. So I really hope it was intended. But I'm thinking it wasn't, because I don't think I needed quite all that. Anyway, the other 1, 3, 8 is going to go here. And then what are these cells? Well, I don't know, because I don't know what these are. One of these is 2. I got 5, 6, and 7, I guess. 2, 5, 6, 7, yeah. These are from 5, 6, 7. I have 2 of these odd lines. Parity lines, I mean. What's left here? A 3, 4, a 6, and a 5. 3, 4. This is 5 or 6. Yeah, I think, what do we say? So this is 3, that's 1. What's left here? 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 5, 6, and 8. 8 can't go here. So 8 goes here. This cage bends over. This is the other parity to 5 or 6, which is not helpful. Same with this. Well, at least I know that there's one even and one odd here. Maybe that will help me at some point. There's only one Renban. Okay, great. This could go into the cage, so I don't know how that works yet. But one of these is low. This can't be 4 anymore. That's 3 on an 8, 9. I guess it never could have been 4. Probably could have put that immediately. So these are from 4, 5, and 6. One of these is 5, so that's not 5. That's now a 4. That's now a 6. I see where the cage goes now, so I'm going to delete all this coloring. I know, I guess this cage could go up still. I almost said I know how that works, but I don't. Because that would make this, if I knew this were 2, that would be a 6, 8, because 5 has to go here. How'd that work as a 3-cell cage? I don't know, but I'm sure it could. Okay, where are all the red lines? How low is that? I could fit 1, 2, 3, no. I could fit 1, no, I can't put a red line here because of this green line. In fact, I know how this green line goes now. Right, so how can I fit more red lines? I have at most 1, 2, 3 more red lines. 3 total red lines. So this is 2 or 3. That's not 2. This can't be 4 now because I know the way the line goes. That's a 1. Yeah, because it's 2, 3 pair means that couldn't be 2. So now this is a 2-cell cage. It's not. There's no 5 because 5 has to go here to get a different parity. So this is 6, 8. That makes this the 9, this the 8, this the 5, this the 4, this the 6. This is odd. 1 and 3 are taken. 5, 7, 9 are left. I can still have a 3rd red line here, so I don't know what that is yet. This is not 1 anymore because of here. Now we have to be almost done. This is a 13 cage. How do I get to 13? I guess lots of ways. We can't have a 9 because 9 would need 1, 3, and 3 is taken. 7, 1, 5 is possible. 5, yeah, I need 5 here. Oh no, 7, 1, 5 is not possible because 1 and 5 would both have to be here. So I was thinking, what's the highest digit here? It can't be 9. 9 needs to go with 1, 3. 3 is taken. It can't be 8 or 6. Can it be 7? 7 would need 6 to go along with it. Oh, can it be 7, 2, 4? For some reason, I thought I excluded 2, 4 from this. Could it be 7, 2, 4? Yeah. 7, I mean, this isn't 4. But other than that, it could go anyway. So it could be 7, 2, 4. In fact, it has to be because if the highest digit were a 5, the highest I could make this is 5, 4, 3, which is only 12. So this is 2, 4, 7. That's not a 4, so that's not a 7. And so these are 1, 5, 9. 5 is not there. So that's my 5. This is a 1, 9 pair. This is a 3, 8 pair. This palindrome digit goes here. No. What did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What did I do? Oh, not 3. That's not 3, 8. That's an 8. And the last digit is a 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not 8. I need 4, 7, 9. That's not 4. This is low, so it's a 1. This is 7, 9 pair, which gives me 7 here, 2 here, 4 here, 4 here. This is 1 or 9. I'm going to delete these and just remember that these are, has to have a 2. Has to have a 2. Two. So this is 2, 5, 6, 7. What's this? 4. 4, 4, 4 by Sudoku. I know what these digits are, right? So I know what this is. So these are, what am I missing? I'm missing 2 from the cage. 2, 3, 5, and 6. This isn't 5 or 6. No. Something's wrong. What's wrong? 6 is here. I'm missing 2, 3, 5, and 7. 2, 3, 5, and 7. This is 2, 3, 5 in some order. 5's not here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 9. That's 7, 9. This is 6 by the palindrome. So there's no 6 here, so there's no 6 here. This is not, doesn't tell me anything about palindrome. That 8 means that's 8. I know now there are 2 red lines. 2, 3, not 2, not 3. And so we're an hour into this puzzle. This is, I think I made this much harder than it was, but I enjoyed it anyway. I enjoyed all this stuff over here that probably wasn't necessary. This is now not 1, 7 because of this one, so it's 3, 5. That's not 5. That's a 2, 7 pair. 6, 7. This is a 1, 9 pair. I know how it goes. That 3 tells me that this is 5 and 3. No 5 here. That's also 2 and 7. Figure that out, the order in a minute, I'm sure. 6 tells me 5, 6. I should know that's a 1 and a 9 from this 9 or this 1. 6, 8 tells me 6, 8. What am I saying? 7, 2 tells me 7, 2. 2, 7. And then 2 means this is 3, 5, 2. Let's try it. Wow. We found the missing red band line. Yeah, this is crazy. I feel really bad about not catching this red line earlier. That I think that took a lot of time that should not. I'm sure many people watching this were thinking I was silly. But regardless, I think it's a great puzzle. I kind of want to go back. I'm not going to do it on stream, but I kind of want to go back and see how much of the logic I did over here was actually necessary, because I thought it was awesome. But it might not have been intended. So I don't know. I'll debrief with Marty later, hopefully, about that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great, I don't know, whenever you're watching this and later.